Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, got a review for you. Now, if you wonder why I sound a little bit ill or a little bit weird, it's because I've got COVID right now. So if I look weird or sound weird, just ignore that for now. I'm trying my best to do some reviews for you guys. This was a couple of weeks back on my second account, as you've seen by the teams, it's a little bit weaker. On stats anyway, so he's 5'9", got the high medium work rate, he's right-footed with the 4-star, weak foot, 3-star skills. Now, on his preferred positions, he can only play striker and centre forward, which is a little bit unfortunate, don't get me wrong. But with that being said, he is only a striker. On the chem stat, I'd go with the engine, just to boost up that agility a little bit more, because he is quite small, so you do kind of want it to be a little bit agile. But we'll go through it then. So he's got 83 pace, 93 shooting, 73 passing, 83 dribbling, and 76 physical. So on paper, looks like quite a nice striker. Obviously, in game, I played him alongside Barnes up front together. Ones I want to talk about in particular is his shooting attributes. He's got very good shooting attributes, very good traits with it, but I speak more about that after. As you can see here, he's got the outside the foot trait, which is the desirable one for this year. Also got the power heritage trait and also the solid player trait, but we'll get into that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It generally does help the channel out a lot, and I'll see you after. Peace. So what's my overall thoughts about the card then? Now I'll get one thing out of the way straight away, and this card, if you want insane finisher for cheap, probably one of the best finishers you can get for under 100k. He's obviously about 80k right now. I think he might be a bit cheaper than that, but with that being said, his finishing is so good on both feet. He's one of the most confident cards I felt like in front of goal like this game so far. Like, I don't know why, I just felt like so strong with him, obviously because of the finishing attributes and the composure and the weak foot. But we'll go through there. So the 3-star skills are a little bit of an issue, to be honest. This is what brings the card down a little bit, as well as his low dribbling attributes. As you can see, his actual dribbling stat is 79 base. But with that being said, the 3-star skills, it's just a little bit frustrating to use, especially as he's small. You kind of want him to twist and turn a lot. He can't really because of those skills. I mean, I know you could kind of avoid not using skills, just the L1 dribbling, but it's just not really the same. So that's a little bit of an issue. Now the pace for me felt quite average, nothing major, nothing bad. Wouldn't really outpace anyone in particular, maybe the centre mids, but the centre backs and the full backs kind of did a good job of keeping him at bay. But when he's thrown goal with that 94 type shot, now this is what's really strong about. All his shooting attributes are just insane. Like, they're so good, and they actually do feel like this good in game. They're genuinely one of the best finishers I've used. But the type shooting really good, to be fair. So that pace didn't really matter too much if he wasn't like the fastest to get to the ball, so like, because he would be in the right position at the right time. Now the shot power is one of his best attributes in my opinion. Just allows to rocket the shots with that high finishing into the net and really nice shots. Now, next to me is the passing. Now, overall for this, the curve's the only decent one, and this is actually quite important for shooting. If you want to finesse it with him, which he can do. He hasn't got the finesse shot trait necessarily, but he can do finesses. But, with that being said, the rest of passing attributes are very awful, to be honest. Now, the dribbling is where the card is a little bit of a weird one, should I say, because he's not those agile cards, don't get me wrong. This is why I put the engine on him, because he does need that extra dribbling stat, because he's just not going to twist and turn very nicely, and neither did Barnes, so it's a little bit of a hard combination to use together. But, with that being said, he was the better agility out of the two of the cards. So this is why I feel like you do need to kind of like an engine or an artist or something like that, just to boost that agility, boost that dribbling stat up and stuff like that. Now the composure for me is actually a little bit low, and for most chances he would score them, but for a few of them he would miss them, and this is down to his composure stat. But overall, because of the high finishing, it kind of counteracts it. The rest of the dribbling attributes, the ball control didn't really feel too low, to be fair, because he's small, so it doesn't really matter too much. Reactions were actually really good. The actual dribbling stat was very low. I didn't really feel like he turned nicely, especially for his height, so that was a little bit frustrating. Now, the physical attributes. So the head accuracy and jumper are actually really good in this card, and he's got a power header trait. Now, I know he's only small, so if he gets a smaller player, like a fullback, something like that, he actually will do a good job, and probably will score the header if you have the chance, but against the centre back, obviously, he's too small to even have that jumping matter. Now, the stamina, I want a minimum of 80 on a card, especially as he's a striker. It doesn't matter too much. This is actually quite nice for the card. The 82 stamina, not too bad, to be fair. Also, the strength as well. I didn't feel it was an amazing game because he was a little bit small. But with that being said, 77 base with that base balance is actually quite nice. So it's just a nice combination to have, but he is going to get pushed off quite easily by the big centre-backs. So, on to my overall scores about the card then. Now, if you don't know how this works, I write each individual stat on a score out of 10. So, you've got pace, shooting, passing, etc. And it just gives you a more in-depth view on the card. So, we'll go through then. So, first for me is the pace. Now, overall for the pace, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't really think it's amazing, don't get me wrong, but it's not slow. He will be able to get through on goal, but it's just not really the fastest of cards. Now, the shooting for me, it's a debate, I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. It was a debate between 9.5 and 10, because the shooting is very good, but I feel like the shooting on the upgraded hero will be better, so I'm going to probably give that a 10 out of 10 instead when I go to review it. But next to me is the passing. Now, overall passing, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I can't give it any higher than that. The only one that's decent is the curve, and even then it's not really that amazing of a stat. Now, next to me is the dribbling. Now, overall for this, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I just feel like he could be a little bit more agile, a little bit more swift for his height, especially as the composure is not actually the best. The only one that's really not bad in this is the reactions. I just feel like he could have a bit more agility, and this is where I feel like the hero upgrade card will come into play. Now, the physicals for me, actually quite decent. You can't really knock this. So overall for this, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I do really a bit more stamina, to be honest, and a bit more strength as well. But with that being said, he has got some nice attributes in the physical attributes. Now, on overall score then, I'm going to give him an 8.2 out of 10. I don't really think he's amazing of a card. There is a few lacklustre things about him, and you are going to struggle in high divisions with him. But that being said, if you can get him through and goal and be that like lethal finisher you want it to be, he is actually a really good card. But I probably would recommend going for the upgraded hero because he's not actually that expensive in itself. It's like double the price, I think, which is like 90k, I think it is, instead of like 40 something. So, on value for coins then, 40k. I'm actually going to say it's worth it, yeah. He's actually a decent card for the price. Just be careful that he's not really the fastest or the most able to turning, but he's an absolute lethal finisher. So, value for coins, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, I think. But that's all for my review as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you next video, and peace out, guys.